Hello there, fabulous people. Jen here. This video is long overdue. And the reason it's long overdue is because I have not had the words. And honestly, I don't have the words. So I have talked endlessly about what being part of this community means to me and the incredible people I have met. And that's everything from, the people who comment on my videos, the people whose videos that are uploaded I comment on, the live chats, and just chatting to people in the live chats. And I really feel like I have just been so blessed, so incredibly blessed to just have all of these amazing people in my life. And none of that, I recently did a live where I showed a beautiful gift that Simon sent me. Prior to that, it was a beautiful gift sent to me by the gorgeous Marsha. And it's not about the gifts. In both of those cases as well, it was about the thought behind it. And particularly on the last couple of months, I have just been blown away, really thinking and even saying to my husband, what have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve these incredible people in my life? And I really am, like, this is hard for me to talk about because there are no words for the gratitude that I have. There really are not. And I received, and it was a couple of weeks ago now, and that's why this is long overdue. I received a messenger message from the beautiful Michelle Cracker, who is always in like live chats, or in the hours that we're awake in Australia, who has always supported me in my channel, is in, Facebook groups, that kind of thing. And I got this message saying, Jen, I just bought the gold gilded Marielle, and this was the price of it. The lady's posting it out tomorrow. And I was just like, oh my God, I am so envious of you right now. Because if anyone, has followed me for like 5 minutes, you know how much the Marielle means to me. I have 2 copies of the first edition, I have 2 copies of the second edition, and ever since Simon showed that there was a gold gilded edition, I was just desperate to add that to my collection, because once I knew that, my Marielle collection did not feel complete to me. And so I get this message and I respond by saying, oh my God, I'm so envious. And I sat there to my husband, like, not in a horrible way. And I went, why would she tell me this? Why would she tell me she just got a deck that I so desperately want? And I honestly said it in a loving way. And the next thing, I get a message back saying, don't be envious. I got it for you because I know how much you've wanted this deck. And from that moment on, until now, I have been speechless about it. To think that the beautiful Michelle, somebody in this community who I've never met face to face, who I've never had any huge in-depth conversation with through, you know, Facebook or, you know, FaceTiming or anything like that, has paid enough attention to the things I've said, not just in my videos, but in other live chats where I've mentioned this and how much I desperately want it. And to think that someone out there paid that much attention to me, and without hesitation, without even knowing that, you know, there was a guarantee that, yeah, I do want to pay for this deck and have it. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was confident. But without hesitation, saw this and just immediately put sold on the post. It was through an Australian buy swap sell site, and did that for me. And it blows my mind. I know this is probably going to be the longest winded video because I'm so slow to speak. It literally just brought tears to my eyes when I first got this message. And as excited as I was to think, wow, this deck I have wanted and desired, I'm finally gonna have. As much as that was exciting, it wasn't about the deck. It was that the beautiful Michelle, that's just my cat scratching on something she's not supposed to be scratching on. This is Buddha back here cleaning himself on video. But yeah, it was the fact that beautiful Michelle cared enough about me, someone she's never met or had an in-depth conversation with, who we've just chatted through like live streams we've been part of, and, you know, through my live streams or my videos, cared enough to think of me in that moment. And it has blown my mind so incredibly. So my beautiful deck, you know, and then it became, you know what, I'm not even going to get it sent to me. Give me your address, I'll get it sent straight to you. And then it became, no, I don't want the money until you have it and you know you're happy with it. And like, just wow. Wow. So I do now have my gold gilded edition of the Mary L Tarot. And this video, honestly, it's not a walkthrough of the cards. It's I haven't even taken them out of order or shuffled them yet because I don't want to yet. I've looked through them all. But here she is, my beautiful gold gilded Mary L. And while this is just incredible to have this in my collection, because this deck does mean so much to me, what the deck means to me as a deck is nothing, is absolutely nothing. Honestly, if all my Mary L's disappeared tomorrow, I would be sad, very sad. But all of them all of them combined, this one that I have desperately wanted with the gold gilding to complete that collection, mean nothing by comparison to Michelle's seeing this, thinking of me, not even waiting and chancing to message me saying, hey, this is up for sale, but straight up telling the seller it's sold, done deal. And I really have no words, guys. I don't know what to say to Michelle, you know, and I've thanked her a gazillion times in Messenger, both when she first did it, when I received the deck, all of that, and but none of it is enough, because it's not about the deck. It's just not about the deck. And yeah, just don't get me wrong. I have beautiful people in my life. I am so blessed. I have an incredible husband who would support me no matter what I did, and who is always there for me. And I have parents who, as much as at times they drive me, or my mum drives me bloody batty, I know are always there for me. But to have somebody who 11 months ago in particular, before I started my channel, was a complete stranger, who in one sense is still a stranger, but in another sense is a beautiful friend. And to have somebody think of me and pay attention to my going on about how desperately I wanted this deck, and then without hesitation to go through and organize making sure that I received this deck. I'm blown away. I'm so blown away. These last few months in particular, with just how incredible this community is. I don't have words, guys. I know this is just probably the shittest video I've ever put together, because there will never be words, I don't think, to sum up what people in this community, whether you are a content creator, whether you are somebody I chat to outside of YouTube, and whether that's just generally commenting in Facebook, or whether that's through Messenger and having great chats in Facebook and personal chats, whether it's just those hellos and interactions through being a part of other people's lives. It blows my mind. I have never, ever in my life felt so accepted and so much a part of something incredible, so much a part of a universe of people who, again, I just don't have words to describe, you know. And while this video is very much about showing my appreciation to the amazing Michelle Cracker, and I keep saying her surname, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, by the way, but I want to make sure you know, and I have permission, if you're seeing her in live chats and in Facebook, I want to give full credit to her. And while this video is absolutely about me trying to string something together that shows an appreciation I will never be able to show to my full extent. And again, not because of the cards that I'm now holding in my hand that I'm thrilled to have, but because of the meaning behind these. And so it is my heartfelt thank you to you, Michelle. And I'll never be able to tell you what it means to me. But I also want every one of you out there to know that this isn't about having, you know, a physical deck in my hand. This isn't about receiving gifts from other people and people, you know, sending me decks and things like that. All of that is greatly appreciated. But it's about the sentiment that's behind that. It's about that knowing that there are people, and so many of you in this community, who care enough. The people in live chats who, I remember I talked about a few weeks ago, how exhausted I'd been, and I was worried about how exhausted I was. Like, it was excessive, it was beyond normal. And then a couple of weeks later, you know, in there, I've got people saying, how are you feeling? And I had to think, huh? And I was like, oh my God, you remembered? Like, you remembered me saying I felt so shit and you cared enough to ask? It's all of that. It's everything. And you know what? There are people out there who may bitch and whinge and whine about this community, and there are people who may be judgmental because they don't like walkthrough videos, they don't like live videos, they don't like pick-a-pile videos. You know what? Don't fucking watch them. Sorry, tangent. We're not ever going to have communities where everyone's happy. But I tell you what, if you become part of them, and if you put yourself out there and you talk to people, you get that back. And I still sit here now, and I still think, what the fuck did I do to deserve such amazing people in my life? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So, to every one of you who follows my channel, watches my video, partakes in my lives, who chats with me in other people's lives, who converses even just the basic comments through Facebook, and I'm shit at Facebook, I'll admit that. The people I've glided with, again, I'm shit at that, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. The people I chat privately with through FaceTime and Facebook Messenger, thank you. Thank you for accepting me, and for making me feel a way that I've never felt before, and an acceptance that in my entire life I have never felt before. And again, thank you, beautiful Michelle. I do wish I had the words, and I don't. I love the deck, but I love you more for thinking of me in that moment. And I'm going to stop because the words are not going to come. But thank you. Thank you to you all. I genuinely mean it when I say you are my friends. And I genuinely mean it when I say I love the connections and I love the people I have made friends with through this community. So, thank you, beautiful Michelle. This will be treasured, not just because it's a deck I've desperately wanted. it will be treasured because it came from you thinking about me, of all people, and that still shocks me. Alright, I gotta stop or I'm gonna keep going. I love you all, and thank you for your support, and thank you for accepting me. Bye guys.